Hi everyone, welcome to Crazy Trades 24/7. In this live stream, we are going to focus on gold, silver, Bitcoin, Euro USD, and all the major and minor Forex pairs. And yes, we are also going to focus on crude oil as well. We have seen some really crazy moves on crude oil these days. Today, oil is down by around 8% because of the obvious reasons that we are all are aware of. So let's start with gold, and accordingly we'll drill down from higher time frame to lower time frame. So let's begin with gold. After today's morning opening, Monday opening is always very interesting on gold, and we have seen today around 0.85% gap up, which has led to this formation of kind of an island formation. This this kind of formation are generally known as an island formation, where a complete structure, a price structure consolidation is kind of separated from the whole price structure which has which had made earlier. Like you can clearly see, this is the price structure which gold was forming earlier, but following to this gap up, this complete island formation is kind of very new. It seems like this has nothing to do with this one. And yes, this is also true that whenever this kind of island formation occurs, it's mainly reversal formation. Like whenever, if imagine if price gap down again below this immediate support, then this would be an island formation. As of now, price seems to me quite bullish as it's forming higher highs and higher lows. After price got bounced back from 4022 level, it's since then it's forming like clear higher highs and higher lows. If I were to connect their lows, this is the trend line that we'll find here. Yes, this is the trend line which you can say price is taking support and rising in the upward direction. Immediate support we can see on gold at this moment is 4086, and immediate resistance is 4116. If price gives a breakout on the upward direction, then we might see a continuation of this move. Let me show this chart from 4 hourly time frame, then I'll explain what's going in my head. Like you can clearly see, after price gave a bounce back from 17th July, you can see this is a bounce back which led to the breakout of this major bearish trend line. From this point in time, we were expecting that price is now bullish, and now we'll see continuous higher highs and higher lows. But price couldn't make a newer high than 4202, which was previous swings high. So obviously, if we are expecting price to break previous swing high, and if it's not breaking, then it's a not a good news from bullish point of view. Price got rejected on the lower levels even without reaching this level. Price can't even retest this level, and price failed its up move and declined till 4022. After the decline, it again has now started to move in the upward direction. Now the thing is, if it again fails from this level, imagine if it again kind of fails to move in upward direction and show some down move. Then first, this was the upswing failure. This was the bullish movements failure. And again, if price fails again here, then this would again be the confirmation for the previous swings fail. So following to which our outlook should be completely shifted towards bearish direction. It's just that we have seen a gap up today. Because of that good momentum, we are expecting some bullish to sideways direction. But if you zoom in a bit, and you'll find out that even after a gap up, price had not seen that much of a movement after the gap up. All the price that had gained, most of its gain has came from the gap up. After this up move, since then price is generally consolidating in a sideways direction, which is which was more or less expected, as it's now in a very squeezed situation. From the lower side, this is the trend line which is pushing price further in upward direction, and this is the immediate resistance which is holding price and preventing it from going further up. So this is a kind of a very high pressure situation here. If this gives a breakout in either direction, I'm not sure I'm not speculating here whether it will give a breakout on the upward direction, on the lower direction, but if it's give a breakout, then we can see some decisive moves, that's for sure. Breakout on the upward direction might resume this bullish structure. Like this was the upswing, this was the correction, and if it gives a breakout from here, we will be expecting price to make a newer high than 4,166. If that is so, if price made that high, then this will be a complete up move, like higher highs and higher lows. This would be a confirming move. And once that confirmed, we would be like using our strategy, buying on dips. Yes. So this is gold, and we'll be expecting today's price to give a breakout on the upward direction. But you can clearly see this was the earlier time when price had made a topping formation here, following to which we took a short entry of this head and shoulder formation. Now this is the very level which price has came again to retest, and clearly it had got rejected once, and now it's again sliding in a upward direction. I suspect that price might consolidate at this current level for some significant period of time. I mean, for some more time, I really think price can consolidate here for some more time, and only after the consolidation, if it's comfortable in giving a breakout, then I would be looking for taking breakout rates. Direction, from the point of view of direction, if price gives a breakout today, I would be interested into taking long entries, and if price consolidates and give a breakout below this level, then I would be interested into taking short entry. That's for sure. Consolidation is something which matters to me, and it really depends on the amount of consolidation price had did during that period of time. So yes, this is gold for us. Let me set in some alerts here so that whenever price gives a breakout, we'll get to know about it. On the lower direction also, I should uh, place some alerts here, not on the rectangle. Yes, these are the alerts that we have placed. Now, this is a nice topping formation, by the way. After a gap up, price has formed a consolidation within a very narrow range. And if it consolidates, and if it continues to consolidate within this range, then it might be a really nice opportunity for us to take a shot. But that's not something which we are going to witness today. That might be the case for tomorrow. Today, we are expecting a bullish move. If price gives a breakout above 4,116, then we might expect a good up move, which may retest 4,116. 4,166. I thought there is a glitch or something. It's just kind of a illusion here. These two price seems to me that they are same, but it's 4,116 and that's 4,166. So yes, this was gold. Next we have silver. Yes, on silver as well, we are witnessing similar moves. What similar moves to what which we saw on gold, and price gapped up today around 2.5% on silver. But since then, price has kind of has retraced a bit. Following to this retracement, it has retested this rising trend line again. Retesting of this rising trend line might be a positive thing because after every retest, price has shown a big upswings. So we are also here expecting a big upswing in on silver. If price bounce back from this level, then we might see price retesting 60.095 again. And upon breakout of this level, 60.9365 would be a reality. I mean, silver and gold both are, I mean, on a same page more or less. If you ask me, gold seems more bullish to me as of now. The reason behind that is after the gap of prices maintained that open level. When after the breakout, it has not retraced to the lower levels and has not tried to fill this gap. Whereas on silver, after the gap of price, this is where price opened, and since then it has lost around 1% of its up move, which to me it seems like showing some bearish pressure here. Because of the bearish pressure, silver is showing this kind of price structure. But again, the kind of outlook we are discussing here, it's completely depend on how price is behaving. As of now, it seems like price is currently trying to give a retracement and fill the gap. If that is so, our outlook should be shifted towards bearish direction, but we'll wait for the confirmation. We should not be in hurry so that, I mean, it shouldn't be like while hurrying in deciding the outlook, we took some wrong decisions. So we should be waiting here till price forms some really nice structure. No, we are not interested in this kind of moves. We should not be entering into any trades for now. And I shall also let it be. We need a level from which price is continuously taking supports multiple times. Until we find that level, we cannot short any asset for that matter. Like like the kind of level we have seen on gold. This is the level. Like 4086 is the point below which if price gives a breakout, then we can consider this as a bearish outlook and bearish move. And following to which we might want to take short entries. But this kind of structure is not seen on silver because price is continuously sloping in a downward direction. After every up move, the down move which price is showing, it's little lower than the previous swings low. It's consecutively making lower lows again and again. So this kind of in this kind of situation, it's generally quite hard for us to find that optimum level to take a short entry. If this would have been the case, I mean, the kind of structure price had formed here, if this was the case here, then it would be very easy for us to decide whether the breakout of any level would lead us to take entries or not. This is the rising trend line which price is taking support. This is the fourth instance when price is retesting this level. This was the first, second, third, and fourth. And on fourth instance, any trend line, any support zone, any resistance zone, they gain some kind of significance in them. So there's a high chance that price will again bounce back from this level on this kind of price action. So let's see, our entry level should be very clear to us that we should not be entering into any trades till the time price gives a breakout above 60.095. And we should only be entering if our risk is covered and if we are expecting price to move in our direction, which is significantly higher than the our stop loss, which means to say basically our risk reward should be in our favor. Like after the breakout of 60.095, how much we are expecting an up move as an up move. Till 60.93 is something which we can reasonably expect. And for a stop loss to place our stop loss, we have the lowest level which price will made just before giving a breakout. So currently, it seems like this trade is not going to be in our case. The sole reason for that is risk reward. If I were to place a long entry setup here, and if I were to consider this 60.095 as a entry level, and we are expecting a target below these level. I mean, obviously, we are not expecting it to give a breakout on the upward direction. If it gives, it's better. But immediately we cannot expect the kind of momentum price was coming through and got rejected from this level, expecting now that price is going to give a breakout from it. I don't think it would be very, you know, brave call. And if I were to enter at these levels and I'm expecting price to reach 60.9107, and as a stop loss, we have this level below 58.99. Then this kind of trade setup really doesn't make sense. I mean, you are if this trade don't work out in your favor, you are going to lose more than you are going to gain if it works in your favor. So you should generally avoid this kind of trades and instead, uh, step back and kind of wait and watch for your kind of a structure, for your kind of a comfortable trade. Yes, price is even giving respect to this rising trend line. Although this rising trend line is not that of a large and it's not continuing from very long period of time, but still since 24th July and on Friday at 11 a.m. Since then, price is this trend line is intact and price is respecting this trend line quite correctly. Every time price had came within this vicinity and price has given a bounce back from this level. You can see this is the fourth instance when price has came to these levels. If it gives a breakout below 40.86.3, then gold is, I mean, kind of cooked. We might see big declines from here if price gives a breakout below it. But for that, it would be even nice. It would be even nicer if price consolidates at these levels for some more considerable amount of time. If that is so, then only we would be looking for short entries. Otherwise, there is no point in taking short entries when price had already gapped up on the same day. So it's just like playing against the trend. And contrarians generally, most of the time, they lose and they lose big. So yes, this is gold, silver. Next, we have Bitcoin. Nice. This is a nice formation that Bitcoin has formed here. This is again a head and shoulder formation. You can clearly observe this. And the most important thing that I wanted to point here is on 3 hourly time frame. On 3 hourly, 4 hourly time frame, this is a you can clearly see this is take a zoom out perspective here. Price was in a tremendous bearish trend line. Price was in a tremendous bearish trend, and it is intact since almost like 6 months now, 6 to 7 months, I'd say. Let me check. Last time Bitcoin achieved its all-time high was in October 2025. So yes, it's more than 6 months, almost 7 to 8 months now. So this is the kind of uh, decline that we have witnessed. And after this kind of down move, if price is showing some strength and trying to give an upward rally, then it must need to break out above some significant highs in order to believe, in order to make us believe that now it's going to continue in an upward direction. And that kind of significant high on this price chart is this one, which is 67,255. And we were rightly so expecting this level to get to give a breakout. But however, price couldn't reach this level, and price cannot even, couldn't even retest this level. And it failed to retest this level and give a, downward move. We were expecting that price would price might take a support of this rising trend line as it's intact since very long period of times, since 1st July. So it's been almost like a month since this rising trend line is intact here. But contrary to what we thought of, price gave a breakout on the lower direction. And after the breakout, it took support of 63,666, which is a support zone here. And this is the level from where price has taken multiple supports. You can clearly see this is the first instance price took support. This is the second, third, and fourth. All these fourth instances, price has taken support from this very level. After taking support, price gave a pullback. I mean, pullback. Obviously, we would be considering this as a pullback for this downswing that we saw earlier. So pullback has this general tendency of reversing back and continuing in the original direction. If you are considering this as a pullback for this big decline, then the continuous move that might come from here would be in the lower direction, as this is the move that we are hoping for. And if you put your Fibonacci retracement levels here, then you will clearly see that after every swing, if price take a pullback, most of the time we have observed this phenomenon that price generally take reversal from 6.618 level on Fibonacci scale. This is given, and I have seen, you might have noticed it multiple times, that every pullback get rejected more or less from the vicinity of zero point 0.5 to 0.618 Fibonacci retracement zone. So yes, this is what we were expecting here, and rightly to our expectation, according to what we expected, price has shown some bearish tendencies here. And currently, this is the vicinity where you can find three resistance zone, three resistance, three aspects that supporting price to decline from that very level. First is, this is the resistance zone. Price has taken earlier rejection from this level, so we are expecting rejection from this level as well. This is the first reason. Second reason is price has retested this rising trend line which it had earlier given a breakout from. So after a retest, price generally tends to move in the lower direction. This is the second. And the third is, this is the very level where is there is a presence of 0.618 level of Fibonacci. So I mean, this is the third reason. And the fourth reason is obviously on a higher time frame, price is already in a downward trend. And since it had not given a breakout above any significant high, which might let us to think that now the reversal had came and now we are going to expect some higher highs formation. So combining all these four logics, I don't see a point why we would be taking and hoping long entries here. Instead, we should be focusing on taking short entries on Bitcoin, and taking short entries here would make us think, I mean, kind of a risky, because there is still this 6,366 level intact. If price gives a breakout below this level, then it's almost certain that Bitcoin is cooked and we cannot do anything about it. If it gives a breakout below this, then Bitcoin might continue till this major support. Nobody knows, because the 1 month rally that we have seen, kind of it seems like it has came to an end. And after the end, price generally consolidates, forms a topping formation and gives a breakout. This is the big topping formation that you might be waiting for. But for me, on a smaller time frame, I have seen a different set of a topping formation. This is again at the level of rejection. Price had formed a kind of a head and shoulder formation. So if this workout, I would be interested into taking short entries at these head and shoulder. Our first target should be price retesting this 63,747. After the retest, price again, might give a further continuous move in the lower direction. So yes, on Bitcoin, I cannot convince myself in taking long entries. Currently, I am looking here at the setup which says that taking a short would be far more convenient and confident thing to do here. Let me draw some levels here on Bitcoin. I mean, I feel like Bitcoin should be, we should only take short entry below these green candles lower big. I mean, other than this one, I don't think we should be entering into this trade. Let's see if this consolidates further. That would be even better. Higher the consolidation, higher would be our conviction. So let the Bitcoin consolidate at this current level, but broadly we should be keep in our mind that price is trying to get rejected from this level. And if it rejects from this level, then it might continue to the lower levels. 63,666 would be our first target if it gives a breakout from this level. So yes, this is a nice setup on Bitcoin. Now let's see how Ethereum is performing. This is a short trade we took on 23rd July and it went pretty well. I mean, we have captured around 1.2 risk reward trade. And just after hitting our target, it just gave a reversal and moved back again to the higher levels. So this was pretty nice. Let's delete these levels now. You can clearly see the relevance of this rising trend line. Price has taken multiple supports of this rising trend line and following to it, currently now Ethereum is registering from this level. Even after the breakout, this seems like price is given an up move just to retest this rising trend line, and after this retest, it might again fall. This is what it seems, but I'm not sure about it. The reason behind that is this was the immediate resistance which price gave a breakout from, and now it's trading since it's above this resistance level. We should be expecting a consolidation here. After the consolidation, if we find some reasonable evidences to support our bearish case, then we should be taking short entries. Otherwise, there is no reason you should be looking for short trades. This is very bullish momentum. You can see price is intact in this rising trend line since 1st July. And even after giving a breakout from this level, price didn't make any significant low. This was the significant low which price made during its formation of the up move. But after forming this high, price couldn't make a newer low. This was the low which price made, but it was higher than the previous low. So the bullish structure is still intact on this price chart. We should be looking for long entries if price consolidates here for some time. Immediately, there is no entry point on Ethereum. Price has already risen a lot. So now either we need some consolidation or a correction. Yes, this is a nice price structure on Ethereum. Next, let's see what's happening on gold. Price is still consolidating within this range. I think this consolidation is going to continue for today. This is what I feel. Maybe price might give a breakout on the upward direction. I don't know. Momentum is definitely on the bullish side, no doubt about it. Price has given a gap up opening today, and after that gap up, since then it's just consolidating within this narrow range. But even after consolidating here for some considerable amount of time, it has not breached this rising trend line. I mean, it's even respecting this trend line. So now, obviously, I think gold is going to show some reasonable up moves here. Let's see silver. The silver is trying to breach this rising trend line, but I think it's just the nature of how silver behaves. Unlike to what we saw on gold, price was maintaining its gap. I mean, the gap that price gapped up today, gold has not tried to, you know, give moves that can close its gap. Price is trading above this level only, whereas on silver, it's continuously sliding on the downward direction. It's trying to cover its gap, but that's how silver moves. You cannot do anything about it until we find some clear level above which silver is consolidating and taking multiple supports. We cannot take short entries. We could not really find any entry levels here on silver. This is a support. This is the level from where we are expecting that silver might take some support. This is 58.88. Now let's move towards crude oil. This was silver. Next we have crude. Crude have seen some really big downfalls today. It's down by around 7.5%. This downfall came up after the announced ceasefire of, it's not actually a ceasefire, but the attacks has stopped now after the Trump's announcement. following to which we saw a decline on crude oil, which was pretty much expected because the kind of up move that price had shown in the recent days, it had made a high of 93.45 again. After touching these levels, we were anyway expecting a correction, and you can clearly see on daily time frame price has corrected till this bearish trend line. It seems like it has corrected to retest this bearish trend line. After this retest, price might again, get crazy and again try to reach 116 levels. Nobody knows. But technically, according to our analysis, it seems like it's a correction before some significant big rallies. Because if price were to give its continuous move in the lower direction, then it would have not breached this level of bearish trend line. It has breached, and now after breaching this level, it's kind of trying to retest this level. After the retest, we all know what happens. Generally, price tends to continue its move in its previous direction. Here, the previous direction is upward. Then this price might continue its move in the upward direction. Hi, Shivam Kuswaha. Hi, brother. Long time no see. How are you, buddy? I think yes, silver is again showing its down move. On intraday level, I think gold is going to consolidate, and after the consolidation, if it gives the breakout on the lower direction, I mean, to be very honest, I am very biased towards bearish trades. If it gives a breakout below it, I would more likely to take a short trade. But the momentum on gold today doesn't support that outlook for us, for my outlook. The kind of gap up that price has shown today, it's trying to let us believe that price is going to continue in the upper direction. But I think that's a fluke that that people are, buying. For me, below 40.86 is a clean sell. Kind of a tricky situation. I am not being. No, no problem, buddy. No problem. Thanks for joining today. What do you think on gold? Yeah. Let me check. Is there any news or what? These days, everything is, Saudi Arabia intercepts drone coming from Iraqi territory. Maybe this had led to this decline that we were just witnessing here. I think price has given a breakout from this rising trend line, but it's now the breakout has came just to mark this territory. I guess this is now consolidating range. This is what gold is trying to tell us. I mean, this is what I feel. Just to remove the relevance of this rising trend line here, price has given a breakout from this, but has respected this immediate support. Now, price it's going to consolidate within this wide range, not within this range. This is what it's trying to say. I think internet disconnected, no issue. I think monsoon is kind of making it difficult for your internet to survive. Set up after 10 o'clock. Okay, you'll be selling at night. I mean, I'm getting this feeling that this might continue in the lower direction, but the thing is, I don't know why. I feel like it will give a breakout on the lower direction, may trap all the sellers, and then again it might, continue in the upward direction. I mean, if you look it from the higher time frame, this is the 4 hourly time frame, right? This was the level of breakout of this major bearish trend line. Price broke out from this level. After the breakout, it couldn't reach this level of 4200, which is a significant high. And in order to mark the territory and mark our outlook as a bullish, price need to make a high which is higher than the significant high on the price chart. So this was the highest point on the price chart. I mean, immediate terms, but price couldn't breach this level and got rejected in the on the midway. And after this rejection, price has shown a crazy moves. Moves had already started to come. I'm not doing anything. I'm not entering. And with the kind of gap up that price had shown today, entering today as a short on a short direction would be kind of very risky for me. Gap fill logic is also correct, but I don't know where. Today it's very tricky. This gap up has made all the things very kind of difficult for me. This is a nice move, by the way. This would be like for 27 points, around 270 pips. Structurally, it's very clear that price has given a breakout below this rising trend line, had retested this level, and after the retest, is trying to continue in the lower direction. Exactly, bro. Gap destroyed all my plans. Still not convinced for taking short entries. Silver is declining since the time it, gapped up. We clearly see it couldn't consolidate within a strong support zone. It's continuously making newer lows here. Yeah, exactly. Silver is about to fill the gap. Look at the setup on Bitcoin. Bitcoin seems quite convincing to me. If I were to bet today, I would bet on Bitcoin, short direction. This was a very weak up move, and after the breakout, price has retested this rising trend line. This is the vicinity of this R1, strong resistance. Along with this R1, this is at the level of 0.618 Fibonacci retracement zone. I mean, of this downswing. Yeah, sure, you can go ahead. This is the 0.618 level of retracement. After it get rejected from this level, a big downfall might, load up. Well, maybe I don't know. This is 1 minute time frame chart. This is not a kind of a strong. This is not a sign of a strong bearish move. I mean, if it's supposed to be a breakout on the lower direction, then this is not how it should react. नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ वही सेम शेड मेरे टारगेट हिट कर देगी. This is the classic problem that you are trying to say. आई एम डूइंग परफेक्ट एनालिसिस जो मैं कर सकता हूँ बट मैं ट्रेड को एग्जीक्यूट नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ. वही सेम ट्रेड मेरे टारगेट हिट कर देती है. Because people don't realize there's a difference between analyzing, finding a trade, and taking a trade. Taking a trade is a different thing. Because when you take trade, I mean, all your instincts are very active and you are watching this trade to unfold. But when you decide your levels, there's nothing at stake. So you stay calm and you just let the market do its. That's what I'm saying. When you are, trying to observe any trade and you have not taken any position, nothing is at stake, then you can clearly wait and watch the market how it unfolds. Because even if it's go down, it doesn't, increase the heartbeat of yours. So that's a difference. I mean, it will come to you with practice. I mean, there's nothing any magical wand can do on this situation. I feel like टाइम लगेगा इसमें समय से ही होगा. For now, if you are finding this thing difficult from past 20 days and you have observed this, it's better to switch yourself to the paper trades na. And if paper trades are going really well for let's say 1 week or 2 weeks, then you will automatically gain some confidence to return back to some real money. And this is one thing which you can try in my view. Because people need to understand that there is a difference between taking trades and uh, thinking that if it breaks from this level, then it might continue in the lower direction. And when real money get involved, I mean, all your focus is on the toe all the time. I'll say you should shift on paper trades for some days, or at least lower down your trading size. I mean, risking capital. I mean, you may be doing your perfect analysis, but overall, when you look at at the end of the month, you might end up in the red. So making a good analysis doesn't mean you reduced quantity per trade. Yeah, that's the right thing to do. And along with that, try to do it mostly on the paper trade. I mean, what you are actually trying to say is, uh, I mean, you just cannot handle at this time when something is at stake, because you are saying you are facing problem nowadays doing perfect analysis. Like at the time when you execute that trade, the trade doesn't go well. So because when you execute that trade, there is more than your money involved. You have all your instincts very erect, and you have your heartbeat running. So all those things add up to the overall performance of the trade. And you're not alone. This is very common thing among any trader. That's the reason people say uh, it's matter of a practice, that how much have you practiced. No, not at all. I'm not planning to do anything right now. I mean, it's a time to step back and just observe. Buying here doesn't make sense to me. I mean, yes, many people could say that you can buy here, you'll be having very low stop loss, very small stop loss, but that really doesn't work for me. I mean, last week we have made around 920 pip. Yes, 920 pip on gold and silver. So it was really a nice week. All and you, I mean, I have shared that grid on the Telegram. I have shared that grid on the Telegram. Maybe you have left it, so you might not be aware of it. But we took just three trades, two on gold and one on silver. And overall, we gained around 920 pips. So it really doesn't require you to trade as much as you think that you need to trade. Just step back, analyze it, analyze it for a day or two, and even if you could find some one really big opportunity, and there is no week in the past where gold and silver has not given a big opportunity. I mean, you'll definitely find one or two big opportunities on gold and silver, and that's what you have to capture. And all these small, pips things, even if you ignore, uh, it really doesn't matter. But yes, if it's convincing, you should take it as well. It's not convincing for me. If it consolidates here for some more time, then on higher time frame, I would be interested into taking long trades above the breakout level. Because what if price return back to the lower levels? I mean, I understand your point that you'll have very narrow stop loss. But the thing is, it has the high chance of performing against me, right? If gold were to give a breakout of a 41.16, 4116, then there would be very higher chance of price continuing, because gold has shown the kind of strength to again regain all the high, regain its today's high and giving a breakout above it. So at this level, I would be more convinced that gold is now going to continue, and probability of taking a successful trade is very high at this level. If it consolidates at this level, if it consolidates here at this level, then also I can think of taking long entries, but not immediately. This kind of a structure, if price will make, then I can think of taking long entries, but immediately I am not thinking anything on gold. It's again returning back to the lower levels. If it could manage here to consolidate in a sideways range, then I would be interested into taking long entry there. Oops, Bitcoin has given a breakout, I guess. Is below this is sell on Bitcoin. First target would be this one. Yes, Bitcoin going crazy here. I will wait. If Bitcoin gives a pullback, then I'll try to enter on pullback. On 15-minute time frame, you can clearly see the all the breakouts that we thought of that it was a breakout. It was just a kind of a spikes on the lower direction. And I don't think this structure is bothered by that spike. Now, any forex pair that you would like to uh, know about? I mean, I'm going to go through all the forex pairs anyway, but is there any specific one that you would like to discuss? Kind of a fake out. Yes, I told you earlier only that I'm getting this strong feeling that sellers might get trapped here. I mean, it's still quite early to say that sellers are trapped. It might continue its down move, nobody knows. But yes, looking at the price structure, it definitely seems like a that this might not work out. I mean, this is a kind of feeling that I'm getting from this price action. Now let's move towards our Forex segment, and let's start with USD CHF. Yes, let's look at from daily time frame. And yes, we have taken a long entry here after price had shown a continuous move in the upward direction. This breakout had came on 25th June. But after that breakout, price was consolidating in a sideways direction within this range that is formed here, within this support and resistance that's mentioned here. Upon breakout of this level, which is 0.8151, we initiated this long entry. The support of this whole structure was, I mean, we have kept our stop loss below the support level, and now we are targeting 0.8341. After we entered, price took a correction, but it was just a pullback. And after this pullback, it's trying to continue in the upward direction. Overall structure is quite bullish, and we are expecting this price to reach our target very soon. And if it consolidates in a sideways direction, then that would be even better for us, so that we could trail our stop loss in the upward direction. And overall risk reward for the trade uh, gets stronger. Next, we have Euro CHF, and similar to what we have seen on USD CHF, on Euro CHF also price is taking a correction now. After this correction, uh, it will retest this bearish trend line, and once it retests this bearish trend line, there is a high chance that price might again continue its move in the upward direction. This is basically the correction for the previous upswing that we had seen. This is the previous upswing which we have seen earlier, and it's currently taking a correction for this big upswing that price has shown. After this retest, there is a very high chance that price might again return back to the higher levels. If it consolidates here for some more time, upon breakout of that consolidating range, there would be a new opportunity for us to take long entries above the high. This would be the level. Yeah, this is 0.9315. Above this level, we can initiate our fresh entries if price reverses from here and tries to move in the upper direction. This is Euro CHF. Overall structure is very bullish. This is direct breakout. What are you referring to, Shivam? I mean, this message just reached me, and I think we should wait for a consolidation. Yes, on Euro CHF, we should wait for consolidation. I mean, higher the consolidation, higher would be the conviction. That's, I mean, almost given. But if you are talking about the level, then 0.9315 is an optimum level above which we might think of taking long entries. Because if you look at structurally, price has given a breakout above this bearish trend line, and this significant highs has also been taken out. So, you know, the important thing is price is able to give a breakout above this important resistance. Breakout above this trend line is not so important, but yes, if it has given a breakout above it, it's positive for us. If the price consolidates at this level for some considerable time, then we would be interested into taking long entries. Short entries can be avoided on this pair, and we have to keep in our mind this price is trend line as well. Every time price retests this rising trend line, there would be a heightened bullish pressure on the price. So our optimum level to take a long entry should be ideally after a correction, if price retests this rising trend line and forms some interesting bottoming formation on smaller time frames, then breakout of those formation would lead us to take long entries. That is also one way to go for it. This is Euro CHF. Next we have GBP odd. This is GBP odd, and let's delete these. Price couldn't retest that level. On daily time frame, price has given a bounce back from this vicinity of rising trend line and a horizontal support. Let me show you from weekly time frame. This is a decade long rising trend line along with this strong support zone, which is intact since May 2023. With this confluence, price has given a bounce back from these levels, but it has again got rejected from this resistance, which is kind of acting as a neckline here. Now, upon breakout of this level, this might be a kind of a inverse head and shoulder formation, which is a bearish reverse, a bullish reversal pattern, which reverses any bearish trends to the bullish. So we would be waiting for this price to recover from here, and if it gives a breakout above 1.9417, then here is a good bullish trade waiting for us. This is the trade setup that we had mentioned here, and we would be following this religiously if price reverses from this level and give a breakout from it. Currently, this is the rising trend line which seems like price has given a breakout from, but I don't think this is going to be the case. Most probably, price is going to reverse from this level only. This purple level that you are watching here, that we had drawn here, this is the purple rectangle. This actually denotes the 0.618 level of 0.618 and zero point 0.5 level of Fibonacci retracement for this upswing. So this is basically the maximum level till where any pullback could continue. So if this is an uptrend, if this is in an uptrend and this is upswing, then correction or a pullback for this upswing can continue till this purple rectangular zone. And from here, there is a very high chances of price reversing back to the upper direction. So yes, we need to wait for it. These are all the trade setup that we had found earlier, and we are adhering to it. And we are waiting for price to reach our level of entries. This is the right thing to do. Yes, this is the right thing to do because, as they say in trading, that let the trade come to you. You don't go to the trades. We are waiting here at 1.9401. So we are waiting for trade to reach these levels. And if it reaches, we'll initiate our long entries here. So this was GBP odd for you. Next we have odd CAD. Every Japanese quoted currency pairs, you'll find a very steep rising trend lines all the time. As you guys are already aware of, Japanese yen are is depreciating from very a decade long. I mean, it's almost like 40 years since Japanese yen is continuously depreciating its value. So because of this very reason, every currency which JPY is as a quoted currency, you'll find a really big uptrends. So taking a short entries on these kind of pairs doesn't make sense. You should be always be kind of waiting for some correction, and if some formation occurs, and taking a long entry is only an optimum uh, trade you could look for on odd JPY or any JPY quoted currency pairs. Here it has started to show kind of very erratic moves. It's uh, kind of showing an up move. The slope is in upward direction, definitely, but swings are not that wide. So you can avoid this kind of pairs for positional trade because it's not going to lead you anywhere since the volatility is not there and price is not moving in any direction. So you can avoid this kind of pair. For intraday time, intraday perspective, you can try these trades on like let's say 5 minutes for every shorting at every swings high and every taking a long entries at every swings low. Since you already know that price is in upward direction, so taking short entries at these kind of a structure below these, you can, I mean, you can time out at these kind of price structure. After every significant decline, you start to find some head and shoulder, inverse head and shoulder cup formation breakout, and that kind of a strategy might work in on Japanese pair currency pairs. Yes, this is odd JPY. Next we have odd NZD. Yes, this is a very strong pair. The kind of up move that it was showing, price had reached this level of 1.1933. From this level, price has shown, I mean, previously in the past, price has bounced back from this level, and currently we were expecting that price will also give a bounce back from this level. And rightly to what we thought of, price bounced back from this level after forming a rounding bottom, and above this level was our kind of a confirmation, and price has confirmed this up move. Now it's going to go in upward direction, no doubt about it. Taking a fresh long entry should be dependent on consolidation. Current level is also kind of optimum to me. I mean, if somebody wants to take a long entry, buy at current level uh, is also a right thing to do. I mean, one might want to take a long entry here, keep your stop loss below these levels. And for target, you can aim for these levels. This would be nice 1.5 risk reward trade, and we are uh, kept this level open. There's a very high chance that this is going to continue. Even if you think that price has given a breakout below this bullish trend line, then price might want to retest this bullish trend line as well. So from that perspective also, it has to show some big up moves, at least till these levels. So, and we are not expecting any big moves higher than these levels. We are even taking a conservative figure to as our targets. Next, we have Euro JPY. On 4 hourly time frame, price seems quite bullish to me. It has given a breakout above this bearish trend line, and now it's moving in a upward direction, making higher highs and higher lows. This is the level which price has currently given a breakout from. And after the breakout, it's currently consolidating. Let me call it as a neckline. This is the neckline price has given a breakout from, and after the breakout, it's consolidating in a sideways direction. If this consolidates, if it consolidates for some more time, and then give a breakout on the upward direction, then it would be a nice opportunity for us to take long entries. Fresh long entries is possible. Here we have a long entry setup. It would be even better if price retraces for a bit and retests this rising trend line. And at the vicinity of this rising trend line, if you find some consolidating formation or a kind of a bottoming formation like this one, like price forming a rectangular formation on a smaller time frame and giving a breakout above it, then that would be even better idea for taking fresh long entries on Euro JPY. Like if I were to show you by zooming in, this is the 15-minute time frame. And you can clearly see after a big decline, this was the kind of formation price made. And after when price gave a breakout above this high, it gave us a really big up move. This was the downfall, and this was the consolidation. After consolidation, price clearly see you can clearly see prices given a breakout above it, and after that it went kind of crazy. This is what you can expect here also. Taking a long entry above this high is also a right idea, but if price were to give a retracement for the big up move that it has shown, then there's a high chance that it might retrace till this level. So in that case, you would be caught off guard. So it's better to wait for consolidation or correction, and only after that, if you decide to take entries, then that might be the right idea. Next, we have Euro GBP. Let me again recheck Euro JPY. Okay, next we have Euro GBP. And here on this price chart, it seems like it's going to continue in an upward direction, only to retest this Fibonacci retracement zone. Upon retest, we would be expecting taking fresh short from here. So as of now, we are expecting up move. So taking a long entries on intraday time frame might work. Price had already given a breakout above this bearish trend line. You can clearly see this is the trend line I am talking about. And after this breakout, price has started to move it in a further upward direction. However, the move on the upward direction is not that steep. It's still consolidating and rising. The slope is quite uh, flattened here. This is the range where we are expecting Euro GBP to reach. After reaching this level, if it consolidates and give a breakout on the lower direction, then that should be our ideal positional trade for Euro GBP. The reason behind that is on a higher time frame, if you look at from daily time frame, this is the year-long consolidation which price gave breakout from, and after the breakout, price has shown some really big rally. And since this rally has came to an uh, extended point, this is the pullback which price is currently facing, a kind of a corrective rally. So this corrective rally we are expecting to uh, continue further till the 0.618 to zero point 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level of this big downswing that price had shown. Upon retesting of this level, a continuation move of the in the direction of the previous swing should be the ideal path for Euro GBP. So in that way, taking a short entry here makes sense to me. Now let's see how it unfolds, whether if whether it consolidates at this level or not. Next we have Euro USD. On 3 hourly time frame, this is the price structure. Price is forming lower lows and lower highs continuously. This is the bearish trend line which is intact. Price has rejected from this bearish trend line almost 3 times. You can clearly see. So we can clearly expect again price getting rejected from this level again. This is our fair expectation here, and following to which price is currently showing a rejection. Came to a support, gave a bounce back, and bounce back again got sold off at a higher levels. Obviously, it's a sign of bearish moves. So we should be looking for short trades. Our outlook is definitely on the bearish direction, but taking a short entry is a different thing than to expecting moves in the bearish direction. Taking a short entry should be initiated or could be initiated below this green candle's low, which is 1.1361. This is a maybe a strong point below which if price gives a breakout, then this whole structure might collapse and might come to an end, resulting into the continuation of the big downfall that we have seen earlier. This is essentially a correction, kind of a pullback and a consolidation, right? If this consolidation and a pullback again return back to its previous directional path of the previous direction, then breakout from this level, might result into some really big declines. And if you see it from after removing all these drawings, you'll find out that this was a nice consolidation which price was showing, and after breaking below this support zone, right? This was a support zone which was intact here, and after giving a breakout from here, price uh, was showing kind of a pullback, and following to a pullback, it has started to consolidate, and after consolidation, it's now trying to return back to its breakout level. So I mean, direction of the breakout. So the direction of the breakout was bearish. So after the pullback, it's highly likely that price is going to continue in the bearish direction. So taking a short entries make more sense to us here. Below these red candles low would be your safest point of to enter this trade. Putting your stop loss above this green candles high would be the right thing to do. This is 1.1485. This can be the stop loss, and entering might be, yes, entering should be below this level only. 1.1323 below this level is a clean sell. I mean, this is a nice consolidation. This has itself formed a month long kind of a rounding top formation. So this itself has a very high chances of working out. And if you combine it with the outlook that we have on the higher time frame, then it's a really high conviction trade for us now here. Next we have Euro NZD, and this is the price structure that we are witnessing here. This is a strong demand zone where price has taken multiple bounce backs from first, second, third, fourth. This is the fifth instance when price is bouncing back from this level. On 4 hourly time frame, yes, this is the fifth instance, and price has already formed a nice rounding bottom here. And upon breakout of this rounding bottom and a kind of a inverse head and shoulder, I don't want to name this formation, but it seems like it's a reversal formation as price had made some, kind of a valley cup and handle kind of formation. So breakout of this level will lead us to initiate our long entry here, as we are already convinced that price is going to give a bounce back from this strong demand zone. And adhering to that, we are looking forward to taking a long entry here on Euro NZD. So this would be a nice place to take a long. Let me mark this level. This is 1.9727. 1.9727. We can extend our stop loss to the low of this cup handles. This is the nice cup. This is the handle formation. And upon breakout of this level, this would be nice two risk reward trade for us. Next, we have odd USD. On daily time frame, price is currently trying to retrace back. It's currently consolidating, but following to this consolidation, we are expecting an up move because of the presence of this rising trend line. The trend is still up. Price is making higher highs and higher lows, and especially when it's bouncing back from a year-long, uh, no, it's bouncing back from a very strong neckline from where price has shown previous bounce backs as well. Like you can clearly see this was a bounce back which we saw in April. And currently when price is trying to give a bounce back from this level. So taking a long entry After correction of after correcting till this rising trend line would be the right thing to do on odd USD. We can initiate a long entry upon breakout of this high. This high is 0.7026. 0.7026 is a high. This is trying to form a head and shoulder formation, but since there is no significant, uh, you know, this head and shoulder has no significant move, I mean, space to cover. Even if it work out clearly on the bearish direction, it has a very limited space to unfold. So it's not very convincing for us to take a long entry on these head and shoulder. I mean, in technical analysis, you can find head and shoulder all the time, but it depends on you. I mean, what kind of opportunities you are taking and what are those few that you are avoiding. Next, we have odd USD JPY. This is a nice triangular formation that we had uh, found out earlier, and breakout of which has led price to reach this new high of 163.986. This is the highest point price has ever been in the recent days, and I don't mean recent days means like a year or two. I mean, it's been almost like 40 years since price has reached that level at which USD JPY is currently trading at. Above 164.50 is a breakout of 40-year decade, 4-decade long cup and handle formation. So it would be really interesting for us to watch out how it unfolds. But we really suspect that Bank of Japan would intrude in between and might, actively manage and dump US dollars in the open market just to create an artificial demand for the JPY. So that's something which Bank of Japan is known for. All these big red candles that you see here, these are all Bank of Japan trying to manage the JPY value artificially, involvement of any central bank in the open market can be very destructive because the kind of swings that it shows, it generally has very high opportunity of you getting caught on the wrong direction. So this is the nice triangle formation that we had witnessed earlier on USD JPY, where price had given a breakout above it. After the breakout, it retested this breakout level, and after the retest, it continued in the upward direction. Now, till the price don't give any correction, we cannot really enter this trade. The reason behind that is it has already risen a lot. After rising so much, uh, it would be very unreasonable for us to expect further up move. So it would be nice to wait for some consolidation or a correction. Only after that, if we find some good opportunities for taking long entries, then we should be looking for taking right, right trades. Now let's move towards gold and silver. Let's once check out how price is forming its structure on those tickers. This is 30-minute chart, 30-minute time frame. This is 15-minute time frame. It seems like price has given a breakout below 4,086, but taking a short entry is still not convincing for me. I'm looking for some more consolidation, and only after that it will give a breakout in the lower direction. I'll be looking for it. Otherwise, taking fresh short entries here doesn't make sense for me. If it consolidates at current levels for some more time, and only after that, if it gives a breakout on the bearish direction, then that would be a really nice setup. And you can see even price is not very confirm about moving in the lower direction. Otherwise, on 5-minute time frame, the kind of move price has shown, this is not the way. If gold were to continue in the lower direction, then it should supposed to give some really big downswings, or at least show some strong red candles that can uh, that can be evident enough that bears has entered into the market. But looking at the price structure, it seems very confusing. It's like price is still indecisive whether to move in the lower direction or the upward direction. But with said that, price has already formed a consolidation here, and if now price give a breakout above it, then we can take a long entry. This is a nice thing which had happened here. If price gives a breakout on the upward direction, we can think of taking long entries here. On a 1-minute time frame, this is a nice consolidation. No doubt about it. Yes, it's pointing towards in the lower direction, but I don't feel like uh, it's going to give a breakout on the bearish direction anytime soon. Yes, look at it. It's still not convinced of moving in the lower direction. And this is the range which price has made now clearly. Finally, gold is also, sorry, silver is also now kind of forming a strong horizontal support zone because up until now, silver was sliding lower in the, it was kind of forming newer low every time it declines after making some highs. Like you can see, this is the lowest lower point than this one. This is the lower than this one. So following to this, now this is the first time when silver is trying to form a low which is higher than the previous low. Now I can think that price might consolidate here for some more time, and after that consolidation, silver might give a breakout on the upward direction. Then similar thing, I mean, moves on the similar line we should be expecting on gold as well, since gold has not even given a breakout below this immediate support, and now it has started to consolidate. Whereas on silver, price after giving a moves in the lower direction, it has started to reverse back. So if you compare gold and silver, gold seems more bullish to me. So, and when the outlook is bullish, momentum is good, price has gapped up today, and after a consolidation, it's trading near a rising trend line. Then it's a better idea to take a long trade instead of short. And taking a long trade at a support is the by far the best combination you will ever get. So this is a nice spot to take a long entry from my perspective. I think we should be initiating fresh longs here and getting out of the trade very quickly. I mean, I don't want to wait here. 41.11 should be our target. This is what I think. This is the trade which might really work out. This is the nice trade which I am currently witnessing here on gold. If price gives a breakout above this level, then there is a long entry. No doubt about it. Let's look at Bitcoin, how it's doing. Is after breaching the breakout level by few pips, Bitcoin had again returned back to its highest level, higher levels. Like this was the breakout level which we have drawn, and now it seems like price is retesting that level on, yes, on 1 hourly time frame. I mean, wait for some consolidation here. I mean, if only price consolidates at the current level for some more time, then it would be even nicer for us to take shorts. Yes, gold has given a breakout on the lower direction. Wow. Good downfalls, but sadly, we are not interested into, uh, we are not confident in this trade, so we would avoid this for now. Your view getting wrong is completely fine, but your trade should not be wrong. I mean, we were expecting a breakout above it, and so we have taken a, we have placed our entry levels above this high. Our entry level couldn't get triggered, and price moved against our will. So our view generally, I mean, it went wrong. Eventually, we found out, but since we had not taken any entries, we didn't face any loss. So this is the actual way to move forward on gold. Now it's again trying to retrace back. I don't want to now look at the gold chart altogether. Yes, gold is again trying to give a pullback, but I suspect this pullback might again get failed and it might again return back to the lower levels. After a nice consolidation, it has given a breakout on the lower direction, but we had not participated in this down move because our outlook was not on the lower direction. We were expecting moves on the bullish side. Hence, we were preparing to take a long entry above this level, but contrary to what we expected, price gave a breakout below this level, which is fine. We were not feeling that confident on this trade either because of the if price were to give a breakout on the lower direction, then it would have given a breakout in one go. The kind of erratic moves that it had shown here, like this classic sign of indecisiveness. And following to it, price gave a breakout on the lower direction, which we were not convinced. Hence, we you know didn't take that trade. And on silver as well, it seems like silver has is just a little bit that's left here for silver to fill the gap. Let me check how much points is this. It's around 0.74% are left, which can refill the gap. And on gold, now we are watching a recovery. I mean, it's very certain that this is, I mean, if price gives a breakout of this level, then this would be considered as a bearish trap. I mean, the seller's trap. Every new sellers who have entered this trade, their stop loss might get triggered at these levels. So taking an entry above this might make sense. And according to me, our outlook is on the bullish direction. Momentum is in on the bullish direction since price gave a gap up today, and the gap up level is still maintained. This was the kind of a fluke. You can see on a higher time frame, this doesn't make that much of a sense. Like price just came and went by. So this won't disturb the overall price structure. And if it gives a breakout above this level, then I think all the sellers will be cooked and this would be the nice place to take a long entry. With this stop loss, we can target for the level of how much is this? For 4,110. So this might be a nice setup here. Let me place it again. 1.5 risk reward. With 1.5 risk reward, this would be a nice setup. But let's see if it unfolds. And if it comes in our favor, then we are definitely going to take this trade above this level. On the short direction, we are not yet comfortable. Silver is also showing the confirmed view, like gold and silver both moves in the similar direction. This is what we know. And since silver has already shown a recovery and it's trying to inch higher, expecting a similar moves on gold also makes sense. And yes, it's clearly showing 4089, 4091. Above 4091 can be a long entry. Yes. Stop loss could be below 4075. 4109. 4109 could be the target. This trade does make sense to me. This was the fake breakout, trapping the sellers. Now taking the long trade in the direction, which is initially it was the direction which uh, we were supposed to take trade on, right? But price didn't give this kind of opportunity earlier. Now after this fake breakout, it's consolidating, and after that consolidations give breakout on the upward direction, trapping all the sellers. Then the move above this level might be very rapid. 4090.5 could be a optimum level to enter this trade. I think above these levels, all the sellers stop loss might get triggered. It's kind of a risky, but I don't know. Let's see. Yes, this is a big rejection candle that we are witnessing here. It's forming. It's kind of a pin candle, pin bar. Generally, this kind of pin bar candle is followed by the rejection from the upper direction, but it's along with forming a pin bar candle, it's kind of showing very good strength. This is a 5 minute time frame, and the pin bar candle on 5 minute time frame can be very significant one. I'm kind of getting this strong feeling that price might give a breakout above it. This is a nice consolidation after a decline, but this decline is, turned out to be a fake one because after giving a breakout below this consolidating range, price again reverted back and has reached its resistance, resistance of that zone. And again, after retesting this resistance of the zone, price is again returning back to the lower levels. I mean, if it gives a breakout above it, there's a long entry, no brainer about it. I mean, take a long entry and sit down. Here, all the sellers are trapped now. No doubt about it. All the sellers are trapped here. Market is bullish. Outlook is bullish. Taking a long entries does make sense here. Let's check out silver ones. Yes, it has again started to decline after the swift up move that it has shown on 5 minute time frame. This was a two green candles, and soon after that, all these gains are exhausting now. And silver has almost filled the gap completely. It's just 0.74% left, whereas on gold, it's still showing its resilience on higher levels. I think this might be a nice opportunity for us because all the sellers, those who have taken a short trades here at these levels, they are trapped in the market right now. And if it reverses back, and it seems like it has already reversed, and if it give a breakout above it, all the stop losses of all those sellers might get triggered, which might, force gold price to regain its highs. And already our momentum is on the bullish direction. Let's see if it work out or not. Biasness is definitely on the bullish direction today. There's no doubt about it. Let's see, it's taking quite a lot of time now. Clearly facing rejection from this resistance zone here. I mean, this is the zone where price has retested this level multiple times. First, second, third, fourth. This is almost the seventh times price is retesting that level. And it's again facing rejection. Let's see if it gives a breakout above this level. I'm sure and we have taken a leeway also. I mean, we have not placed our entry level very close to the price. We have taken at least a 110 pip leeway. Like even if price give a breakout over 4089.5, we are going to take entry only after price reaches this level of 4090.55, 90.5. So I think which we are safe from any fake entries, any fake breakouts. So say anyway, it's 1.2 risk reward trade. We are going to book our 80 to 90% quantity at 1:1 whenever one risk reward trade uh, is reached. This is 0.38% and point, yes, 38%. This is where our target one will be achieved. This is target one. Okay, but Bitcoin is now positive. Oh my God. What has led Bitcoin to rise by so much? I mean, it's a 1% up move. Let's check out any news if there is some news or what. There is no any significant news which might have uh, led Bitcoin to rise so much. This is around 1% up move on Bitcoin. Initially, it was looking like a head and shoulder formation, but after a breakout, it couldn't, gain some further lower levels, which led us to believe that this might not work out, and we have avoided this structure to trade. And now currently price is again showing a reversal and had made this big spike. Let it consolidate here further in the sideways direction, and after some significant consolidation, if it shows some signs of weakening and showing some really bearish moves, then we would be interested into taking fresh shots at these levels on Bitcoin. First target should be price retesting this support level, and yes, outlook remain on the bearish side on Bitcoin. Currently, it's on the bullish side, but price might get rejected from this level. There is a various factors at play. First thing is this is the retest of this rising trend line which price has just given a breakout from. On 24th July, price gave a breakout below this, and now it's currently price retesting this level. Along with this rising trend lines resistance, this is a horizontal resistance zone as well. Like you can clearly see 65,780 is the level from where price got rejected. So this is again a second rejection zone. And along with this, the third point here is price has, for this complete downswing, this is a kind of a 0.618 and zero point 0.5 level of a Fibonacci retracement zone. So if you consider this as a downfall, then this upswing could be, sound as this upswing could be a pullback for the previous downswing. This is you can consider this as a corrective rally. Every corrective rally gets overwhelmed by the sellers at zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.6 minute retracement zone. So yes, this was a nice setup according to technical analysis, but working out of this setup in our favor is a whole different thing. Okay, gold couldn't give a breakout above it, and it's again coming back to the lower levels. Yes, it has failed to give a breakout above. Sellers have won. Wow, the kind of rejection candle you can see on 30-minute time frame. This is crazy. All the way price went till 4,089 and currently it's trading at 4,075. So around 14 points, 140 pip move in single candle on 30-minute time frame. Okay, okay. So gold is declining. Gold is moving very bearish. Now it might fill the gap that it had created today at the open. If the gap is filled, then our outlook for gold will again shift towards bearish side. What a downfall it was. Yes, let's delete this price chart. I don't think it's going to go up again. It has decided to decline for today. Yes, Bitcoin has again returned back to its lower level. I mean, I'm not sure what has made these big swings on Bitcoin, but it's really, you know, sick to see this kind of moves here. Price has given a 1.1% up move in 15-minute time frame, and the second candle was around 0.68% decline. Let's look at crude oil. It's still declining, 7.3% down. Yes, after giving breakout from this bearish trend line, it seems like price has returned back to retest this level. After the retest, we might expect this price to return back in the upper direction. This this can actually continue in the upward direction. This is actually the correction for the previous upswing that we had seen. This is the major bearish trend line which is at place. And after the breakout of this level, this is nothing but a retest of this breakout level. So we might see, I'm not sure, but we might see a breakout above this level again. Yes, gold has rejected on 30-minute time frame. The kind of red candle that price had shown, this is a very bearish sign. After forming this, we cannot take any long entries. If at all we have to take a long entry, we should be only planning if price give a breakout above this big red candles upper wick high. I mean, this high should be taken out for us to think for taking long entries uh, on XAUUSD. Bitcoin is still in a sideways direction. It's very indecisive kind of moves. On Bitcoin, it's really not being able to decide on which direction it's supposed to go. Let me check, is there any big news? Now let's move back to our Forex segment that we were earlier watching. This is CAD JPY. On this pair, if you look at from 4-hourly time frame, you'll find out that price has given a breakout above this high, which was a very significant one, since this was the level from where price had earlier got rejection. This is 6th May 2026, Al- After getting rejection from this level, prices again got rejected from these levels. Now price is given a breakout above it, and currently price is taking support of that very level from where it earlier got rejected. So this is a bullish sign. After price had formed some consolidation formation here, then breakout of that level would lead us to take fresh long entries on CAD JPY. So this is CAD JPY. Next we have GBP USD. On GBP USD, price has formed a kind of a topping formation, I would say, and it has given a breakout also. Like price has given a breakout. This swing was a breakout. This was a pullback. Price has retested that breakout level, and again after the retest, it's continuing its move in the lower direction, which is quite confirming that now price might continue in the bearish direction. So we'll be looking for short trades here. On 4 hourly time frame, you'll clearly see this is the rising trend line which earlier was got broken out. Let me erase this. Yes, this was the upswing that price has shown, and currently uh, the downfall that we are witnessing. This is nothing but the correction for the upswing that we saw earlier. Let me put some Fibonacci retracement levels here. Yes, you can clearly see price is taking support of this 0.618 level on Fibonacci scale. If price continues to take support of this and continues to consolidate in a sideways direction, then that breakout of that consolidating range would be a tradable opportunity for us to take a long entry above that consolidating range high. So our outlook should be on the bullish direction if price consolidates and give a breakout above it. We'll be waiting here for price to make some consolidation formation. That would be the ideal situation. As if you look at from the higher time frame, like if you zoom out a bit, you'll get that this is a long-term horizontal support here from where price has faced multiple bounce backs. So here also price got a bounce back from this level. Now it should supposed to continue in the upward direction, like we have seen earlier. After every bounce back, price had continued till its upper boundary, which is a supply zone, a major supply zone. But in with on the midway, price has faced some kind of rejection and again started to decline. This is nothing but a correction for the previous upswing. We would consider this as a correction. After this correction is over, we'll expect a continued move in the bullish direction. So we'll be waiting for consolidation at this current level, and upon breakout of that level, we would be looking for fresh long entries. Next, we have NZD USD. Yes, on daily time frame, this is the price structure. Like price is getting multiple rejections from this bearish trend line. You can clearly see, and on the bottom we can see there is a rising trend line. The rising trend line doesn't mean the price is in the upward direction. However, you can see the uh, lows of the price structure might seem like it's making higher lows repeatedly. But if you look at the highs are declining, like price is making lower highs repeatedly. So this is a classic sign of price squeezing or a formation of a triangle. Within this triangle, the ideal strategy that one might use is a price uh, at times when price bounce backs from its lower boundary support, like this kind of supports, then one might want to take a long entries. And at times when price get rejected from its upper boundaries rejection zone, like these ones, then one might want to sell short. Apart from these two, the third point is we have witnessed here a bearish structure, like price was forming a lower lows and lower highs structure. This is the high that price had formed. This was the low. This was the lower high. I mean, when you compare it with the previous swings high, this is the lower high, and this is the lower low. previous lower than the previous swing low. Soon after that, when price recovered from these levels, we were expecting price to form even a lower low to keep this structure intact. Following to which we were expecting a level from an optimum level from where price might face some rejection in order to form a lower low. Where we found out that this is a rectangular formation here. This, I mean, we have drawn this zone here. This is nothing but zero point 0.5 to 0.618 zone of the Fibonacci retracement level. Like if you measure this complete downswing, this red candles uh, swing as a main trend, then correction to this swing we have figured out this is the level of 0.618, from where there is a very high probability of price facing rejection, because we have seen it multiple times in the past that whenever any pullback comes near 0.618 of the previous swings on Fibonacci retracement zone, Fibonacci retracement tool, of course, then there is a situation where it starts to revert back to its original direction. Here, bearish being the original direction, price is continuing its move in the bearish direction. So you can clearly see it might again continue in the lower direction. And accordingly, we had entered a trade here at the very top after this formation of a double top and this rising trend line. We had entered this trade and it's going pretty well, and we are expecting this trade to reach its ultimate target within a month or so. So this is a positional trade, it's not an intraday one. So yes, our outlook for New Zealand dollar and USD, NZD and USD would be on bearish to sideways direction for the coming days, as we are expecting this price to reach these levels and make newer low, which should be lower than this one. So yes, this was NZD USD. Next we have USD CAD. On USD CAD, we have seen a very humongous up move in recent months. Like in the month of May and June, we have seen a really big rally. Following to which there was no correction at all. So we were expecting that it would be nice if price gives some correction, and price did give a correction, but it was kind of till 1.40. After this correction, prices again started to move in upward direction, which is what we were expecting. But price has taken a kind of a pullback. You can say this as a pullback if you're considering this swing as a first trend. I mean the first swing. After this pullback, price consolidated in a sideways direction, and it seems like price has given a breakout above it. If it sustains above it, then it might continue its move in the further upward direction. USD CAD, our outlook should be bullish to sideways direction for the coming days. I mean, we should be looking for long trades on this kind of price chart. Shorting could be harmful. Even if it decides to correct furthermore till this level of 1.1, 1.39, we should not be initiating any fresh shorts here. I mean, I won't prefer that. But if it goes in the upward direction, then taking long entries definitely makes sense. USD CAD is bullish for me. Next, we have GBP CAD. Yes, on this price structure as well, we have seen a kind of a supply zone. This is a supply zone. Very clearly, one can witness multiple rejections from these levels. Like you can see, you can count on fingertips. Like this was the first, second, third, fourth. Four times price has got rejection from this very level. This is a white zone here, and currently price gave a breakout above this, but it doesn't seem like price is sustaining above it. It failed to sustain and again returned back to the lower levels. There is a formation of this bullish trend line along with the uh, demand zone here. You can call it a support, which price gave breakout of. As soon as price gave a breakout, we took a short entry here, since our expectations are that price might retrace back till this level of 1.8306. So this is again going to be a nice trade. We have entered this trade keeping our stop loss above the most recent significant high that price had made before the breakout. So this is our stop loss, and we had entered this trade below 1.8797, and we are expecting this trade to continue till this level of 1.8520. So yes, this is going to be a interesting thing to watch out how it unfolds. Next, we have NZD dollar, NZD CAD. On this price structure as well, we have already discussed it multiple times in the past. Like if you look at from the weekly time frame, you can clearly see there is a presence of a horizontal supply zone from where prices faced multiple rejections. This was the first, second, and currently this is the third instance when price is getting rejected from these levels. After every rejection, you can clearly see price has shown a big decline, and we'd be expecting similar things. We are expecting a decline from here, but before decline, price has started to form a sideways directional move in a very narrow range. I won't say narrow, narrow is the wrong word here. Price is consolidating in a sideways direction. If this range give a breakout on the lower direction, then that would be the initiation of a big decline that is about to come. I mean, as we are taking our inference from the previous declines from the very same levels. So if it gives a breakout below 0.9723, then we might uh, see a big decline from here. Our initial target should be at 0.9528. We'll be waiting for this level to execute. We are not in any hurry. Let the trade come to you. You don't go to the trades. You have placed your levels here. As and when price come to this level, you will just initiate your trades. First target would be 1:1, 0.9533, and below that for the ultimate target, I won't say ultimate, but yes, for the mega target I would be expecting 0.9096 as a probable target levels. And if you consider this as a your ultimate target, then your trade risk reward could be anywhere between 3 to 4. So it's a pretty nice situation to be in. Next you have euro odd. This is euro odd. Yes, on this price chart, you can clearly see price has taken multiple bounce backs from this support level. However, after giving a big up move, price is declining like anything. This is the weekly time frame price chart, and this is a bearish trend line which is at place. And price has rejected this bearish trend line almost 2 times in the past. This is the third time when price got rejected from this bearish trend line. Let me tag it as a bearish trend line. After this rejection, it has given a breakout below this. Yes, this is a strong support. I won't say strong, but yes, this was a significant support here, which was, which price made after when price, when structure was in a bullish direction, making higher highs and higher lows. Like this is the bullish trend line. This was a considerable support, which price gave a breakout below. And after the breakout, you can see it retested this level, that same support level, and you can call it a neckline. And after the retest, it has continued in the lower direction. And we had placed this, the lowest point of this green candle. Below that level, we have placed our entry point, and our entry has got triggered. So now we'll be waiting here till price continues its move in the lower direction, in the bearish direction. This is going to be our case for this particular pair. We'll be expecting this price to retest this, long-term, yes, long-term support zone. This is a demand zone here. Price has taken multiple bounce backs in the past, so we'll again expect price to retest that level. First target would be, of course, these levels, like these current newer, established demand zones. This will be targeting first, and after once this target are met, this target is met, then we'll be expecting price to, retest its further lower levels. So yes, this is the short setup here. Trading, taking short entries can be really, fruitful for these pairs. Let's look at gold and silver again. We are done with our Forex segment. We have discussed almost 20 pairs today. This is the watch list we have, and we regularly do discuss all these Forex pairs with you guys. So now let's move back to our commodities, which is gold and silver mostly. Gold, silver, crude is something which we follow religiously on this program. This is gold. Gold is still, kind of, it has given a breakout for sure, but it's still finding it difficult to further, move in the lower direction. Up until here, price was facing some bullish biasness, but now it seems like gold is gone, and I don't think it's uh, going to return back anytime soon. This was a nice shorting level here, but I was not kind of feeling very confident on this trade, so I kind of didn't took up this trade. And also there was a very bullish biasness for at plays, which rejected the case for the short entries. That's the reason uh, behind me not feeling that confident in taking this trade. When price gave a breakout below 4086 was a optimum level for me to take short entry, but I mean kind of it was tricky here. So it's okay. It's completely fine that uh, we missed some opportunities, and it should be normalized to miss any opportunity if you don't feel confident on it. End of the day, you are the one who's going to trade it. What if I would have taken a short entry here, and upon these pullback, I would have closed my entry in a red because I was not feeling confident. And soon after that, price again continued in the lower direction. I mean, if you are not that confident, you do not have, you couldn't have the guts to hold the trade when it's going against you, and that happens all the time in the market. So it's completely fine. This is the silver. Silver has almost, yeah, silver has almost filled its gap. The gap that it had opened with today on Monday after the weekends, silver has closed its gap. I mean, it has filled already. Now, after the gap filling, is generally considered very bearish. So we'd be expecting further declines on silver, but for its support, we have this S1, the support one here at the level of 57.85. 57.85, we are considering this as a lowest level of the support zone, and this comes at the vicinity of this rising trend line. So there's an extra push that we might expect from here on silver. So yes, this is going to be a nice, interesting thing to watch out how it unfolds. Whether price is going to take support of this level and give a bounce back from it, or whether it's going to continue its downward move. If it continues its downward move, then we should be looking for fresh short entries on silver. There's no doubt about it. On a higher time frame, there is already a very bearish trend intact, and very bearish outlook is overwhelmingly supporting silver's decline. But it's just that price was showing some kind of strength. We were considering its up move to capture. Otherwise, there is no doubt about it. Silver and gold price is showing bearish moves from very long time. all these big up moves that we saw, we can consider these as a pullbacks for the big decline that price is forming on higher time frames. Like if you look at from the 4 hourly time frame, all these up moves you just witnessed wouldn't mean anything to you. I mean, all these big up moves that price was showing, clearly price had slowed down its decline. That is for sure. But this doesn't mean that price is going to go up. This just mean that price is going to go down with slower pace. So let's see how it unfolds. This is what we think for gold, silver, Bitcoin, Euro USD. And we have seen today all the major and minor Forex pairs that we follow on this program regularly. So that's all for today. I think it's a time. It's already 8. We have seen big moves today, but we couldn't enter in any trades because we were not confident about the setup that we have found today. So we'll again try tomorrow. This is Monday. Today, there's just Monday. We have still 4 days left in this week. So let's hope for the best. Thanks for joining in. Goodbye. We'll again meet tomorrow. At the same time, we'll start by 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. Thanks for joining. Goodbye.